Yeah, the match now is almost unrecognisable from the first 3 frames where both players looked decidedly edgy. Some bizarre mistakes being made, but this is now back to the standard that we expected.
Thank you.
It was almost a free shot at that red that John Higgins had. Well, I was going to say he would have thought it was the only red he could leave, but Sullivan is eyeing up this red. I think John Higgins expected to believe in that one.
Very high tariff shot, caught the near jaw. He's played 2 or 3 reds into that pocket which have caught the near jaw. All of them difficult, in fairness. It's a mutual admiration between these two, built on mutual respect. Not just about reaching the semi-finals this afternoon, it's about beating the other. They both gain great satisfaction from getting one over on their great rival.
Ronnie had a look at playing thin off the left-hand side of the bunch, taking the cue ball into bault, but it's dangerous. You catch that, the slightest bit too thick. Cue ball hits the middle pocket knuckle, left middle pocket, so just a containing shot.
It's touching ball.
This little safety exchange is almost like a game of chess. Both players just keeping things tight. Who will be the first to risk playing a more positive safety shot? Again, just keeping things contained. John Higgins can play a move, or a couple of reds here, possibly. Need patience for this kind of situation. Ronnie O'Sullivan looked at the possibility of playing the red that's tight on that right hand side cushion, following the cue ball through to the bault cushion, just seeing what them two reds in between the bault colours and the blue look like into the left middle. And it's back to the containing shot. This could go on a while, this. Neither player will want to give an inch here. Now, Ronnie be tempted to play off the right hand side of the bunch, bring the cue ball back to this black cushion. And he's going to play directly. He's kind of more certain where the reds are going to end up playing it this way. Okay, it's got the snooker, but I don't expect him to be. I expect Ronnie to gain an advantage from this. John will just come off the side cushion into the bunch.
Eight and a half minutes played in this frame. A ball yet to be potted.
John Higgins will be tempted by the red and the left cushions, possibly too risky. The cross double, bring the cue ball up and down the table, but that red that's to the left of the bunch, that's the red that's stopping him playing that shot. That wasn't there, he could play the cross double and the cue ball would come back to safety and he'd be on the black should he pot the red. He's just going to roll into this red full ball. Leave the cue ball on the side cushion. Well, first tempter. Red to right middle. He's not tempted, he's looking to put the red up towards that red that's on the green spot. Try and get the cue ball in behind the black. Got the red much too thin.
They've always been so closely matched, these two. Often it's about a little slice of luck, a beneficial flick, a moment of brilliance that makes the difference.
Well, this could be the last time we see the roll-up, because that's really opened the reds up. And the thing, when you get these safety exchanges, the first mistake on the first chance is normally a very good one, because look at where the reds are. Ronnie left that red over the far left corner. He has. It's not easy, but John can pretty much play it dead weight. It's bound to be on the green. This pot would be much harder if you had to play it at pace. Too hard, I think. If he would have played it at a much gentler pace than that, he would have played it almost dead weight. Where does the pink go? Well, from that view, it certainly doesn't look like it passes the green. But obviously John knew it did.
Seven.
Need to work on my commentator's eye, Phil.
I think you need 3 eyes for that one. It was deceptive.
Eight. Yeah, it said that first chance would be a good one, and you can see why. The only problem is all the reds are down the low scoring end of the table. And you're going to put a lot of reds here. Ronnie Sullivan's still going to be very much in this frame.
11. Twelve.
Also, this is the zone of the table where it's not customary to build breaks, and consequently, you're out of your comfort
50.
zone to a certain degree.
$16.
Try and play the cannon, certainly into the two reds in the pink spot, but I'd like to hit both of them at the same time. He's just checking the two reds to the right of those, if the bottom one goes to the right corner. Looks pretty tight. He's not happy with this shot. I think he's got to play a cannon of some sort. Two reds in the pink spot. If the left one goes to the left corner, that's an option. Just drop the pink in, play for that one. Wow. Well,
John Higgins, 16.
the reason John Higgins missed that pink is he just took too long over the shot, in my opinion. He was just in two minds. Couldn't make up his mind the right way to play it.
Okay, settle down now, please.
And that's possibly a lack of being involved in lots of these matches this season. He's just a bit ring rusty in this kind of occasion.
And now the break building problems that Higgins had have been transferred to O'Sullivan.
One.
Well, that was a nervous kind of shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Lost the cue ball completely. There's plenty of pressure out there, believe me. What a result.
7. Eight.
And Barry Hearn, the chairman of World Snooker, visualised this
40.
Coral Series. This was the kind of situation he must have thought about. A festival of elite snooker, and it doesn't come more elite than these two.
15.
So tense. Just saw a gentleman there biting his nails. I can
20.
empathise. I've been biting mine actually in the commentary box. And I've got no affiliation whatsoever.
$22.
Well, there's no one better in the game that negotiating a break like this where the balls are awkward.
He's got 4 relatively open reds,
25.
so he will need some of the awkward ones, because he's not going to take blacks off the open reds, that's for sure.
$26.
but at the very least he's got the opportunity to build a substantial lead.
That one very nicely.
31.
And that's a beautiful shot. Absolutely perfect on the pink. So easy in this sort of situation, this pressure situation, to be tentative going through the ball, but the last two shots he's cued so positively. That's unlucky.
38.
Just get to the side of the cue ball.
39. Shall we keep it down a bit, please, when they're at table?
Beautiful shot.
43.
He knew the cue ball was going to brush off the yellow there. Slowly but surely, getting close to that winning line.
44.
To this yellow. Two more reds.
46. 47.
He looks to have the absolute perfect angle on the pink, just to nudge this red. Just hit this red quarter ball, just nudge it towards the middle pocket. Got a full ball contact. That's why he's not on it nicely. Does it cut back to the left middle?
53.
Frame and match ball, smelly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 53.
The plot thickens.
Well, I just wonder if John Higgins has got any angle on this red to try and knock the other one off in the same shot. I know it's risky. He's probably going to make sure red and blue, or red and brown, because he needs a colour with this red. He's made some clearances in his time, but wow, he'll be disgusted with that shot. He cannot believe it. He's ran too far for the brown. You just can't believe this shot. John certainly can't. He needs to put a colour. And now, being 34 behind, 35 on, he needs a black. And look where the black is.
3.
And look where this red is.
John Higgins, 3.
The kind of shot you never imagine John Higgins will play. But he has done.
John will be absolutely furious with himself, he really will. As I say, it's just that thing, that little bit of big match sharpness that he's lacked.
5.
To me, there's certainly signs for the rest of the season that John Higgins will be a force. Perhaps at Sheffield, you never know.
but not at the Tour Championship because
Ronnie O'Sullivan 5.
he has been eliminated here. Ronnie O'Sullivan is through to the 73rd